Stop trying to make shit happen. Can I cuss?
Stop trying to make sugar honey iced tea happen.
Stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not happening.
My name is Altorrin McIntyre. I'm from Norfolk, Virginia. I am a stylist here in New York City, and my mentor is Carla Welch.
Hi, I'm Karina Milan. I'm a makeup artist based in Brooklyn, New York, and my mentor is Kate Lee.
My name is Dre. I am a hairstylist from Portland, Oregon, and my mentor is Naima Lafon.
I'm Robyn Victoria Fernandes. I'm a fashion stylist. I am from Queens, New York, and my mentor is Tiffany Reed.
My name is Mitchell Cantrell. I'm a hairstylist based here in Los Angeles, originally from Chicago, and my mentor is Danilo. If I can go back, I would tell myself, move home, move back home to Chicago, still keep the passion for hair, but move back home and build your portfolio from home. Because it's so hard to focus on being an artist and creating an artist, this artist portfolio and this career, if you're focusing on also surviving. That's why in labels they give artists an advancement of their check so they can go and create music, because it's hard to do both at the same time.
It would have been great to know all of the different careers that are available within the fashion industry. I've always been interested in fashion from when I was a child. I just thought that in order to be in fashion, you either had to be a model or you had to be a designer. I didn't think that I could have a career in fashion because of that, but I was very wrong. I was so wrong. There are just so many different facets to fashion and the world of fashion that you can get into that are not limited to designing clothes.
I always say, like, if someone would have told me as a child that there's a world of hairstyling outside of a salon, I would have jumped right in and I would have known what I wanted to do from a very early age. I think that as my experience as a Black woman, that's pretty much all you get is to either work in a salon or own a salon. And once I started to realize that there are people doing the hair that I'm looking through on magazines and some of them look like me, it really clicked for me. Even though I struggled with people telling me I had to stay in that space of a salon, I still saw myself in those magazines, and that really pushed me to not believe the hearsay.
I feel like I had a lot of first jobs in the industry. I remember my first counter job, I remember my first e-commerce job, I remember my first bride, I remember my first fashion show. There's a lot of different realms within this industry, so I feel like I had a lot of firsts.
My first job in the industry was assisting a stylist by the name of Derek Kahn. He was working with Pink at the time. We were styling her for the MTV Music Awards.
First job properly in the fashion industry was with the Palmer Schwartz agency as a PA for New York Fashion Week, all the runway shows.
My first job in the industry was working last year for Fashion Week. I had 3 Fashion Week shows, one with my mentor Naima and the others with a hairstylist named Jarara.
I mean, that's over a decade ago, so I'm I don't remember as much, but it was definitely assisting. Some of my highlights so far from the incubator program has been getting a lot more clarity on the inside and the inner workings of a top agency, and to seeing all the parts and people that it takes to run something like the beauty industry.
This industry, especially styling, is so shrouded with secrecy, and you're fed a lot of folklore. Being in the incubator program, a lot of that was unveiled for me. I would be told that I had to do a certain type of styling to be successful, or that I couldn't do this. And I've realized through the program that I can tailor my career to me and what I want to do and still be successful.
I think the first couple of months in this program, I had a hard time getting out of my head, and asking for what I needed was difficult for me. And once I realized that people were really honestly there for whatever, it became easier for me to navigate just like the relationships that I built within the program. And that was like the biggest leap for me.
We had a networking session with Cass Bird, and she said, compare and despair. In the day and age of social media where there's so much content, just endless content, it's so easy for us to see other people and try to compare ourselves or see what they're doing and try to maybe emulate it. Remembering that phrase helps me focus in on what I'm doing and make sure that what I'm doing is for me.
I would say a key takeaway is knowing how to pivot.
It's helped me see my career as a business. I understand it now as my own business. With all the sessions we've had, I understand how important networking is, how important financial planning is, how important building and keeping relationships, and how your talent is only a small fraction of what it actually takes to have a successful career.
I think it's important to understand how to balance your money when you're a freelance artist. There are times when you are smoking and the phone is ringing, and then there are times when you are not. You know, growing up, I really wasn't taught how to manage my money, and I think that's a very, very important tool for artists coming up in this industry, especially when you're freelancing.
I think something that the industry could provide for up-and-coming artists is blueprints, letting them know the different lanes that are available for you. And then if you want to blur them and create your own lane, that's fine. But I think up-and-coming artists need to have a clear understanding of what the possibilities are for them.
Knowledge is one, but access as well. Knowledge and a level of understanding kind of helps you make the right decisions in your career. On the flip side of that is that if you do your Googling, you do your research, you knock on your doors, but if there's no one there to open them or there's no access, then you're stuck. Your options are very small. So I think that programs like the Wall Exchange and things that are similar to it are helpful, are a good starting point.
We all know it's about relationships, but it's also about leaning into the relationships that you want to create. I came in here thinking that I just had to make relationships with everybody and just navigate. And everybody just isn't your people, and that's totally okay. Navigate with the people who you feel attracted to and build off from that.
What I've learned in the incubator program that I was not able to Google is how important it is for us to see our careers as our business. It's on us to invest in it. It's on us to take it seriously. It's on us to network and do all the things that most artists don't even think about doing, which is hard to know because we're not taught this. There's no curriculum for it.
Be open to receiving.
Closed mouths don't get fed. You have to ask questions. You have to ask for what you want. Shyness will get you nowhere. There's no mind readers in this game.
Really analyze what it is that you need to get to the next level so that you can really optimize the opportunity to move forward. You have to know what you need in order for someone to be able to help you. So really take the time and do some soul searching and see what it is that you're missing and what it is that you truly need so that you can articulate that to the team.
In 10 years, I hope to be taking up more space and just doing my duty to make sure that people like me are represented in all spaces. And that could look like a lot of things like owning hair supplies or products, tools, agencies. It could just grow into so many different things.
"10 years from now, I am doing less styling and doing more art directing and doing more costume design for feature films."
In 10 years, I see myself working with A-list artists and actresses on a global scale. I see myself living either bi-coastal or tri-coastal between LA, New York, and another country. I see myself married with 1 or 2 kids, and I see myself signed with the Wall Group.
10 years from now, I'm on a beach, living a life straight out of a Corona commercial. No, oh, right. The beer, not the virus. With a lot of money in the bank and other blessings career-wise. After working with some really amazing talent in this industry, I can parlay that into a long-term collaboration with a jewelry designer so that my love for jewelry and accessories can become another leg of my career.
Don't ask me that after a pandemic. In 10 years, I am one of the industry's top makeup artists, working with the industry's other top creatives, but most importantly, doing what the Wall Group did for me, which is give back to the younger artists. In 10 years, we're gonna have crazy talented artists, and we wanna make sure that they're being nurtured.